So here's the difference between pre-incrementing and post-incrementing. We have A1 to 10. We have X1 to pre-incrementing A1, which is, this is 11. But when pre-incrementing and post-incrementing become different is if you're setting it to if you're putting that and setting it to another variable. So what this code here does is it does A1 equals A1 plus 1, so it pre-increments it. Then afterwards it sets that to this afterwards. So that's why it's called pre-incrementing, because you're incrementing before. This is usually the behavior you would want, because why would it make sense to, show you what it is right now before it's what it's going to be? Usually that's not very intuitive, so that's why pre-incrementing is often better. Post-incrementing, we've got A2 to 10, X2 is A2 plus plus. So what this is going to do is it takes X2 and it sets it equal to A2, then it increments A2. A2 is still getting changed, but X2 isn't going to actually read the changed version. So if this one's 10, yes, A2 is going to become 11, but 10 is only going to be, but X2 is still going to be 10, not 11. Let's just show that. So sorry, my bad. That's supposed to be A. So X2 is what we're setting. So you can see that this one is 10. A2 is still 11, but it didn't get set to 11. It's it's annoying, but it usually doesn't really matter, because oftentimes we don't really set something to plus plus something, or we don't really set something to something plus plus. That's not often how we do it, but even if that was what we would want to do, simply because usually when we set something to something, we don't really want to actually increment. We don't usually want to increment the thing that we're set, that, like, if we want to say x1 to like what a1 would be if we incremented it, we wouldn't want to use that, because that actually changes the variable of a1. Usually we would just do, like, x1 equals a1 plus 1. But in a situation that you would want to use this, it's you don't want to accidentally get what a1 was instead of what a1 is. This just doesn't really make much sense. In for loops it really doesn't matter, because you're not actually setting anything equal to anything. So, but yeah, that's pre-incrementing and post-incrementing. Good day.